The time right now is September the 27th, 11:50 p.m. In 10 minutes from now, I will be 30 years old. Oh, that's scary to say out loud, but it's true. Actually, it's what's even scariest to think that by the time I finish recording this video, I will be 30 years old, which means I'm spending the last brief moments of my 20s to make a YouTube video. If that doesn't make me the most model YouTuber on the platform, I don't know what it will. But yeah, just wanted to make a quick little video. I guess this is more for myself than anything, of just kind of, again, taking the last 10 minutes of my 20s to reflect on my 20s. Because, you know, I feel like people who are maybe, I'd say, roughly between the ages of 15 to around 22, from my personal experience. If you're between those ages and you're watching this video right now, imagine yourself when you're 30, because you can't. I remember when I was like 15, the concept of turning 30 just was so alien to me. Like, it was so far in the future. I was like, how can I imagine myself when I'm 30? That's like certified old shit. Like, it's so weird when you enter a new decade. It feels like that decade is going to last forever, and now it's coming to the end of that decade. And what's even crazier to think is the fact that my entire 20s has been documented on YouTube. Like, I started doing this whole YouTube thing, at least my main channel anyway. I started doing the main channel when I was 18 years old, which means my entire 20s, from that awkward moment when I turned 20 years old to literally the final moments of my 20s in this video, has been recorded and put up on the internet for myself and the world to see. So I guess the one question I gotta ask myself is, was my 20s good? Yeah, not to toot my own horn here or anything, but I would say I had a pretty good 20s. I managed to, you know, get a career for myself, you know, acquire a lovely partner, you know, stay close to my family, make lots of new friends while keeping touch with old friends. Finding out more about myself, I think, was my main goal in my 20s. And I feel that's the main goal for most people in their 20s, because, you know, everyone's always like thinking, well, by the time you graduate high school, by the time you graduate college, you gotta figure out everything in your life. You need to know exactly what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. You gotta figure out exactly what kind of person you are going to be, what kind of adult you are going to be by the time that big 2-0 hits. And the fact of the matter is, it's really not. If anything, your 20s, from my experience, is the best time to really figure yourself out. Like, when you turn 20 years old, you are completely in the dark. You don't know what the hell life has in store for you. And I had no idea what life had in store for me. I mean, you know, the last thing I was expecting was to be making videos on the internet for money until I was 30 years old and beyond, hopefully. Like, I thought for sure, if you go back with a time machine back to 20-year-old Joey and said, yo, dude, by the way, keep this up, because you're still going to be doing this when you hit 30. 20-year-old Joey would have been like, you're full of crap, dude. But we persevered. We did it. I'm giving myself a pat on the back. Well done, old man. Keep it going. But yeah, as I was saying, I think my 20s was a really good time to, A, figure out who I actually am, you know, what kind of person I want to be, what kind of adult I want to be, what kind of adult I really am. And also, the 20s was a great time to make lots of mistakes, try out so many different things. Because in my opinion, if you're not going out of your comfort zone every single day, trying new things out, regardless of what other people think, not being afraid to fail at something new, I think you're just doing your 20s wrong. And you know, a lot of people might have different opinions about that, but that's just my opinion about your 20s. You should be doing and going out there and trying all sorts of different things. Like, why be so afraid to try new things and fail in your 20s? Like, your life is just getting started, and if you do fail, then that's fine. You got so many years of your life ahead of you. Who knows, that one thing you were too scared to try out might end up becoming the thing that actually shapes your 30s, shapes possibly the rest of your life. And it's really weird, right? Because there's a part of me that thought that once I hit 30, there would just be this kind of switch in the back of my brain that would just be like, all right, you're not a kid anymore. You're not even an adolescent anymore. You are officially an adult. So stop being so childlike. Stop being so, I've just entered adulthood type shit, because no, you're really now in the absolute like main game of adulthood right now that you are in your 30s. You gotta lock the fuck in. I mean, look, maybe some people might see it differently. Obviously, it's kind of difficult to look within myself, considering I spend time with myself every day, so the changes aren't as obvious. But maybe to a third person, I don't know, maybe I have matured, maybe I have become more of an adult. I guess you guys can let me know in the comments. You guys probably have a better say on that, especially if you're a long-time viewer of mine. But for me personally, just looking at it, it's kind of weird, because I thought the shape of adulthood, the shape of being in your 30s, was going to be completely different. I thought it was going to be a lot more obvious. But in actuality, it's kind of the same, which is good. You know, the last thing I wanted was to become a boring adult in my 30s. Who knows? Maybe I did become a boring adult. I don't fucking know. To be honest, I don't care. All I'm glad about is I actually made it to my 30s, which sounds morbid as fuck, but hey, you never know, man. Every day is a gift. That's why it's called the present. And as I am making these terrible, corny jokes that no one wants to hear, I have 1 minute left of my 20s. Oh god. So, now that I'm about to leave my 20s behind, what I want from my 30s is to stay healthy, both mentally and physically. Not be afraid, again, to fail. Not be afraid to try new things. And to, I don't know, just be happy. Just be happy and excited for this brand new decade. Oh shit, it's my birthday, boys. Hell yeah, I am officially 30 years old. It's Jova for me, boys. GG's. Health deteriorating as we speak. So yeah, how's it going? 30-year-old here. That dude you just watched about like 2 to 3 minutes ago, and this guy, not the same person. That was the 20s Joey. This is the 30s Joey now. But yeah, I guess you know, if you're in your 30s watching this video, drop some life advice, man. Drop some life advice. What is something to look out for in your 30s? You know, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing, or maybe something completely unexpected that just suddenly hits you when you're 30. I know there's probably going to be a lot of people saying like, oh, your body's going to start to get sore. You're physically going to start to get fucked. You're going to start to get more tired and all that kind of shit. Yeah, I know that. I've already been there. That's why I've been fucking going to the gym recently. But like, what's something that you just weren't expecting? Maybe a lifestyle change, maybe a mindset change, maybe a physical or mental change. I'm really curious, you know, like as fellow 30-year-olds now, let's hold hands, let's figure it out, let's try and guide each other through this brand new realm. And yeah, at the end of the day, I may be 30, I may be old according to the Gen Alphas, but you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy and I'm glad that I'm still able to do what I love to do, still try new things, and most of all, you guys are here, listening to me talk shit for the past 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to stop it right there because a 30-year-old mindset's kicking in. It's already midnight. I am getting tired. Whew, way past my bedtime for old man Joey here, so I will leave it at that. Happy birthday to me. Let's make it through this brand new decade. See you guys in the next one. Peace.